everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name is David, and this is a Magic Review. Hey everybody, I'm glad that you are here. If this is your first time, you don't know what's going on, I do magic reviews. I do playing card reviews, and I do giveaways. So usually, typically how it works is people reach out to me and they either ask me to review something, or they give me a list of things that are possible to review, and then I choose the reviews that I want to do. I choose the reviews that I want to do because a lot of the times you guys request them. You know, I read every single comment below, and a lot of times when a trick is asked for enough, I go out there and make sure that it becomes one of the reviews that I do. So I do listen to you. So if there's something out there you would like me to review, make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, keep coming back, and hopefully maybe one day I'll do a review that you requested. Today we're gonna look at On the Money from Gavin James and RSVP Magic. All right, so what is On the Money? The thing that drew me to On the Money, I saw it show up in my list and I said, yeah, I wanna review that one. So I picked this. On the Money is a card trick / coin trick. And that kind of appealed to me. I was like, okay, what's this all about? All right, so the way the trick starts is you just ask the spectator if they've got some change, pocket, wallet, cup holder of their car, right? And then they say they do. So you go like, all right, let's do this trick. You bring out a deck of cards and you just say, hey, say stop, and they select a card. They see it, and then it's lost back into the deck. Nobody else sees it. And then you say, okay, get out your money, get out your change, and they can look at all the changes in their hand, and you say select any coin. So they say, oh, well, I'll select the nickel, right? There's no equivocate, there's no force. You're not having them pick which coin. They have a free choice of any coin in their pocket. And then you say, okay, flip it, heads or tails. And they flip it, lands, let's say it lands tails. They have a nickel that landed tail side up. And again, no equivocate, no strange questions, no nothing like that. You say, all right, now I made a prediction in this deck, and let's see how well the prediction worked. What was your card? And they say, 2 of diamonds. I'm like, all right. So you go through the deck, find the 2 of diamonds, slide it out, and on the back of the 2 of diamonds, it says, you will choose the nickel, and it'll land tails side up. That's the trick. Let's talk about the review. All right, so a couple questions we always ask about all of our reviews, and the first of which is, what's in the box? You're getting a little plastic clamshell peg hook box, and then inside that, you're getting the completely tricked deck, okay? Completely tricked deck, completely gaffed deck, and you'll get a download code to the video, which is roughly like 15.5 minutes. All right, so is it what I thought? With this one, I really didn't know what to think. There was a couple of possibilities, and like I said, I asked for this trick because I was intrigued by the premise. So I think I was more looking forward to the solution than I was trying to sit there and figure out how it was done. All right, so how are the angles on this? Angles we'll talk about in the negative section, but I would say you could flash. When you are trying to find the spectator's card, you are keeping the cards very close to the chest, very close to your eyes, and you are going through them very tightly in order not to flash. So you could flash if you were not careful. Can the deck be inspected? Absolutely not. Number one, it is a trick deck, right? It's a trick deck. They would see the solution if they looked at the faces. Then they would see the solution if they looked at the backs. So there's nothing about this deck that says you could inspect it. All right, so what's the overall quality and production value of the video? There's no music to this, which I like. I like it when you can just hear the performer's voice. It's mostly Gavin sitting on a stool talking to the camera. There's a lot of shots of the close-up mat when you need it. As far as what he's going to teach you, they're going to show you the trailer again. So within that 15 minutes, that also includes the trailer again. So that includes a live performance at the bar, which is nice because then you get to see the entire way he does it. He talks about what you get. He's going to talk about setting up the deck, and then he'll go over the effect. Is it well made? It is a bicycle deck that includes your handwriting. You will need to write out all the predictions. So if you were to ask, would it work in my own language? Of course, because you could write it in your own language. And if you have great penmanship, awesome. If you don't, take your time. Take your time, because you will need to write on a ton of cards. Well, I mean, you'll need to write on a lot of cards. Maybe not a ton, but a lot. So yeah, you'll have to write out all the predictions. All right, so how much practice does it require? This is pretty self-working. It's pretty self-working, and he's also built in clues for you. So there's also clues in there so that you can find the cards that you want. If you're thinking, oh wait, I think I know what deck this is, you might be close. I would offer you might not have this deck in your desk drawer. You think you do, but you don't have this specific one, because this specific one is a little different than the one that's normally sold on market. This one, to do your convincer, to do your prover at the very beginning of the trick, you can actually dribble the cards down into your hand, and the spectator would see every single card different. How much setup and reset is there? Setup wise, like I already said, it's going to take a lot of writing. Over half of the video is setup. So again, the video is only 15 minutes long. A big chunk of it at the beginning is just the trailer repeated again. And then the middle part is all setup. And then you're just putting the deck back together the way it goes. And so the deck needs to stay in order. It needs to stay in deck order. Positives. All right, so what are the positives? On the Money goes beyond the simple pick a card trick and adds a wonderful element of chance to it. This is easy to do, and it hits every single time. Negatives. All right, so what are the negatives? You know, ever since I started this channel, I've always told you the good and the bad. And it doesn't matter if I buy these tricks with my own money or if these tricks are sent to me for free. There is no incentive for me to give you a review that isn't honest. I don't get paid for any of this. There's no, I don't have paid links down below. If I include links down below there just for your convenience, feel free to shop wherever you would like. I want to be honest with you, because what if you go out and buy this trick and you find out that I wasn't honest with you? So I have to be a person of integrity and always give you the good and the bad. With this trick, I already said there's lots of writing. The other negative to this is the force card is going to be the same every single time. Force card is going to be the same every single time. Coins won't be, heads, tails won't be, but the card will be the same every single time. And the trailer says different outcome every time, or something like that, right? At the very end, it says a different outcome every time. And what they mean by that is the coin or the heads or tails, but they don't mean the card. There's no possible way you could ever do this for the same spectator. If the same spectator is in the crowd or in your circle, they can't see this trick a second time. And like I was saying, you cannot show these cards all spread out on the table face up, and you can't show them all spread out on the table face down. This is a fully gimmicked trick. So lots of writing involved and patience with that. Force cards every single time, one hit wonder, can't inspect the deck. Is it worth your money? It's $35, 35 bucks. $35 for a deck of cards that you might have already in your desk drawer, and for 15 minutes worth of instruction, and some of that instruction is still taken up by the trailer. It seems a bit high. It seems a bit high for what you're getting. I would watch some other reviews, watch the trailer a couple times, and see if this trick is gonna work for you. All right, so who would like this? I think this is a great trick for walk around for a couple of reasons. One, it involves a spectator. They get out change out of their pocket, and so they feel like they're a part of the magic. Like their part contributed to the trick, whereas you needed what was in their pocket. And second, you don't need a table. You don't need a table. You can do a card trick very simply with them holding the coins and you holding the cards. And it's a nice little quickie that you could do in between two other tricks. All right, so that's everything I can say about On the Money from Gavin James, RSVP Magic. Of course, I always want to thank Murphy's Magic Supplies for allowing me to have this trick so that I could do the review for you. And if you'd like to purchase it for yourself, you can find it wherever quality Murphy's Magic products are sold. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.
So, thanks for purchasing On the Money. Hope you had as much fun with it as I've had. I've been doing this for about 5 years now. It's my go-to effect with 3 powerful kickers, each one more progressive than the others, and hope to see you soon.